Morning guys, today I would like to give you 3 tips that are going to drastically improve your ability to sell. Now, whether we're talking about the product or the opportunity, it is all selling. But today I'm going to be talking about selling as it relates to our products. Now, very few people are born amazing salespeople. Some people have this innate ability and they are part of a rare breed that I call the unicorn brigade. For the rest of us, we really need to work on these skills, and with a bit of growth mindset, we can learn everything that we need to become really strong sellers. And it's my belief that if you can sell, if you are a good seller, you'll never have to do a 9 to 5 ever again. It's an incredible skill to have. Now, sometimes in network marketing, you hear people say the products sell themselves in a bid to get people into their teams. I don't agree with this at all. Products never sell themselves. Even the most well-known, most luxury, most well-respected brands don't sell themselves. Take Mercedes-Benz or BMW, for example. They are an incredible brand, they're very well known, but even they have incredibly skilled salespeople to guide their customers through to a buying decision. So no, products don't sell themselves, that is down to us. And the tips that I'm going to give you today are going to help you both with closing brand new customers, but also, and more importantly in a lot of ways, retaining the customers that you already have. Now, the first tip that I want to give you is all about empathy and connection. People do not care how much you know until they know how much you care. So be a heart-led seller. Be a giver, not a taker. The best salespeople in my team have been lifelong givers, not takers, and people know that and they trust them, and that's what brings them back again and again and again. Are you just reaching out to your customers on the first of the month when the new kudos is revealed? Are you just reaching out to your customers when you have a promotion to hit? Or do you have genuine relationships with them? Do you care about them? Are you engaging with them about their life outside of just the sale? So that's the first tip. It's simply to give a damn. Care about people, care about their needs, care about their results. If you have a product in your range and you know it's not going to be right for them, be honest with them, tell them that, point them in a direction, another company or another brand that will be good for them. But your customers' needs has to come before your needs to get a sale. Now, in network marketing, we have a lot of scripts because people need guidance when they first start out on the kind of things to say and how to approach selling. But the truth is, if you are a strict adherent to scripts, then you could be damaging your connection with people. I don't personally use scripts. They're there, like I said, for guidance, but I don't use them myself. I like to let the conversation flow, and I prefer a more authentic approach. And if you're using scripts and you're being robotic and you're sticking exactly to what you've been told to say, the likelihood is you're not being genuine and you're not being authentic. So yes, use the scripts as guidance, but be you. Now, the other thing that I want to mention about building a connection and trust with your customers to have them coming back to you time and time again is make sure that you follow up with them. Make sure you're following up. As soon as you've seen that their product has been dispatched, let them know that it's on its way. Keep them updated. Once they've received it, check in with them in a couple of days to make sure they're happy with the product. Do not be scared that they're going to say no. We have a love it guarantee. It's not the end of the world, but that customer service level is going to be what keeps them coming back to you. And check in with your customers to find out if they need any tips on application or if they're looking for any guidance on how to get the best out of their makeup, if they want advice on new looks. Like I said before, be a giver, don't just be a taker. Give value to people. People hate feeling sold. They love to feel looked after and supported. And when you provide a service as well as a product, it is going to immediately improve your ability as a salesperson, immediately. Now, my second tip to become a really good salesperson is to improve your ability to uncover your customers' needs and wants. We do not sell, we diagnose, we consult. That is our job as presenters, again, to give value. Now, when most people first start out in sales, what they do is they learn as much as they can about product knowledge, and then when people inquire about a product, the salesperson literally will spout ingredients and features and benefits without actually asking any questions about what the customer is looking for. And they tend to assume the customer's needs. I was worst for that because I love a really strong coverage foundation. And so when I'm speaking to other people in the beginning, I just assumed that when people were looking for a foundation, they wanted strong coverage. I have learned that that is absolutely not the case. In fact, most people like a very light moisturizing coverage. It is handy to have product knowledge for sure, but just remember this saying, people don't buy into something, people buy their way out of something. So people don't want to buy a drill, they want to buy a hole on the wall. So how does this relate to our business? Let's take a moisturizer as an example. People aren't buying into the features and ingredients of our moisturizer. What they're buying into is smoother, calmer, more glowing skin. With our waterproof mascara, they're not buying into the features that make it waterproof. They're buying into the idea that they can go to the gym and they can sweat all they want and they're not going to come home looking like an unhappy panda. If you can't diagnose people's problems, then you literally can't help them. So my second tip is really to consult people. When they come to you asking about a product, consult with them. Make sure that that product is right for them. So if they want a foundation, ask them what is their skin type. Ask them what are they looking for in a foundation. Ask them what are their skin challenges, because the product that they come to you looking for, it might not be the right one for them. And with that, when you can give them that product knowledge and that expertise and give value to them, they're going to love you forever for that. There's many options within our range. There's powders foundation, there's a stick foundation, there's a liquid foundation, there's a BB cream, and they all do something very, very different, but they're all a foundation, ultimately. It's our job to match the person to the right product for them. I hope that makes sense. So my third and final tip is that people buy based on emotion and they back up their decision with logic. So good salespeople always appeal, they arouse emotion rather than selling people on logic. So what does that look like in our business? How does that relate to our products? To understand that, first you need to understand what people's basic primary human needs are. People want to feel happy. People want to feel successful, significant, love and connection. They want to feel attractive. They want to fit into a certain lifestyle. A lot of the time, people buy based on the emotional connection to their stature, keeping up with the Joneses. They buy based on the primal emotion of fear, the fear of missing out when everybody else has something and they don't. People buy based on a need for escapism. That's when people buy these extravagant holidays. They're not buying the holiday, they're buying into their need to get away from their 9 to 5. So a good example of this is estate agency. Does a good estate agent sell a house or do they sell a home? They sell the home. They sell the memories. They sell the idea of family and connection and love all within this home. A house is just a collection of rooms. Now there's a really good example of this from the TV program Friends, in the episode where Chandler and Ross are buying their tuxedos for Chandler's wedding, I think it was. Let me just play this clip for you.
Ross is Batman.
Well, he did manage to keep his identity secret for a long time.
Rachel got Ross the tuxedo that Val Kilmer wore in Batman. Hey, Batman is so much cooler than James Bond.
What are you talking about? 007 has all those gadgets.
Batman has a utility belt.
007 has a fancy car.
Batman has the Batmobile.
007 gets all the ladies.
Batman has Robin. We get ESPN, right?
This is such a good example of buying emotion. Logically, Chandler and Ross both knew that by buying this suit, they weren't going to be Batman and they weren't going to be James Bond. But the salesperson took them there. They took them there emotionally. And that's why they bought those suits, no other reason. So a really good way that you can appeal to human emotion is to make your customers feel so darn special. I like my customers when they come to me to feel so appreciated, and I also like them to feel like they're buying into a lifestyle when they buy from us, that they get a luxury experience as well as products that are going to fulfill their needs. So when my customers receive their deliveries, I don't just send it in a box. I will wrap it up really nicely for them. I will give them the latest catalogue, I will give them samples, there's foundation samples in there as well. There's my business card with a little thank you on it, a chocolate, and little sprinkly stars that I put inside, just so that when they open that package, they feel like they have had a really wonderful luxury experience with me. So I hope that helps, guys. I hope that these 3 very quick tips have given you a lot of value and will then enable you to give value to your customers and not only improve your selling skills, but also represent our brand in the way that it deserves to be represented. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, ding my bell so that you get notifications every time I post, and pop me a like below. Thanks, guys. Bye.